Okay. Today is March 27th, 2014. I'm using my new Panasonic LX. It's a Panasonic FZ200, and that's the same as the FZ60, or should I say FZ60, which I guess is the European or non-US version. I guess very slight differences between the two. Got the camera setting on a tripod. I've got the articulating LCD screen turned so I can see myself. I'm trying something new. With the camera you can use a scene selection. So I picked for taking images. So I picked portrait mode, but then by clicking the movie button, the express movie button, it will use those settings for this movie, or video. Anyway, I got the camera, and I made some videos yesterday when I got the camera. Not very good, but made some videos. Last night I went out about 1 a.m. and I felt like that's the problem with this camera. Each one of the cameras I've purchased recently has gotten bigger. Started out with a point and shoot, which just slipped in any pocket, and it was great. Then the next camera, which was a Panasonic, a little bit bigger, and I had to carry it in the cargo pants pocket. Now I've got this one. It's not going to fit in my pants pockets. And last night wanted to go out and take a few shots, a little video in the dark to see what it was like. So I had it hanging around my neck at 1 o'clock in the morning. And I felt like a total doofus. But coming back, there was almost no traffic. There's a bar down here at the corner, and there was about 7 or 8 cars. They're getting ready to close up, I guess. One of the cars was pulling out by the sidewalk, but I waited because, drunk drivers and whatever. I waited to let them go ahead. Didn't want to take a chance stepping out in front of an intoxicated driver. And the car stopped, and they rolled the window down. It was a couple of young, attractive young ladies. And they said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm fine." And they said, "Do you need any help?" And I said, "No, I'm okay." And they said, "Do you need a ride?" I said, "No, I just live in these apartments right back here." And the driver said, "Is that a camera?" And I said, "Yes." She said, "Take our picture." And I was looking for excuses to take pictures with my new camera, so I snapped a couple pictures. I said, "Give me your email address and I'll send the pictures to you." And she did. So I didn't feel like so much of a doofus. Doofus? Anyway, the camera has a 24x optical zoom, and I just love it. It seems a little fast though. I guess I'll get used to it. I hit that button and it zooms a little fast. It's got a 48 intelligent zoom, so I guess they don't want to call it digital zoom anymore. It's something kind of new. I haven't had a really chance to try it out. It's got a 25 millimeter wide angle lens, so you got a pretty good view there, and I like that. What's really nice is that it's an f2.8 aperture, but it's over the entire zoom range, which is kind of unusual. Maybe it's very unusual. Usually, say you're in this situation here, and say I had it on, or the cam, I've got it on automatic basically, but you know, say it was f2.8, say the lights were down, and you know, great. But as you zoom in on other cameras, the size of the opening for the light to come through gets smaller and smaller. This one, it stays the same. So that's a really nice benefit. Going to have to learn to use the camera and the functions and the controls. My problem is going to be I don't have a car, so if I go I want to take the camera with me. I've been taking my cameras when I go outside. When I go someplace, I take my cell phone and I take, you know, a camera. Now I ordered a couple bags actually, so I'm going to be walking around carrying a purse or a satchel or something in order to, so that's going to be the problem. So I love the zoom, but I'm wondering maybe I would have been better off not going with the zoom. And I used to have a Canon G12. It was a great camera. They're up to the G16. Maybe I should have gone with the G16, which only has a 5x zoom. So for this camera, my three wishes would be that it could be smaller and have everything that it has now, the zoom. The other option, or the other thing I'd love for it to be, you know, waterproof. What else? It was something else that can't remember now what the third item was. Reminds me of Governor Perry at the Republican debate. I'm going to end this video, but I wanted to mention, and I'll put a link to it. My mother had Alzheimer's. We were really lucky. She was living in a mobile home in a real nice trailer park, and she never got out. She just stayed, you know, just lived in her. And so when the Alzheimer's hit, we never had any trouble with her wanting to leave, you know, wandering and going someplace or something like that. So we were really lucky. And another thing, my daughter Hillary moved in with her and took care of her. And I learned a little bit about Alzheimer's, and I've actually worked with a guy who got it at a fairly young age. It hit him. But I'm going to put a link to this. It's on AmericaBlog, and it's about how they handle dementia and Alzheimer patients in Holland. The name of it is Dementia Village, Holland's civilized approach to treating the elderly. By the way, I just turned 73 years of age yesterday. I would not want to have dementia or Alzheimer's, and the number of people who are elderly people who are going to get it is very high. I wouldn't want to have it because of the effect on the family that it would have. But anyway, God bless Holland, and the United States really needs to, in Washington, they need to stop the crap and the bribery and everything, and we need to work on problems of infrastructure and health insurance for everyone, and dementia and Alzheimer's disease, and we need to work on so many problems. And it's so disappointing Republicans are just trying to repeal Obamacare and do anything they can to hurt Obama, and anything to get reelected. And right now, the experts or whatever are saying that in the next election they expect the Republicans to do really well in Congress. The next election's not a presidential, wait a minute. Yeah, the next one is a presidential one. I don't think they're expecting, because all the Republican candidates are a little too crazy to be elected president, but you can't elect crazy senators, and congressmen is really easy to, so I just wish we could solve some problems. And anyway, I'll put a link to this thing on dementia. So I guess I'll see how this video worked out. This camera has a lot of options, that things I can try, and just wish it was smaller. That's my wish. Thank you very much for watching.